Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it, right out of the gate?
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Newton on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing, and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
The tackle made.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Cool on the tackle.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 35 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jets, nothing.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
49-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 40.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Bell. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 220. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think Thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's White. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Newton. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. 11 yards for number 11.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick 6 in a season. It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Second down and 10. Darnold is going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To the air again, Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Darnold from the gun. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
8 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Brings up 3rd.
Again, it's Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Edelman. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. The Pats at the line ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back. Over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Jets. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the counter, here's Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
42-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
At their own 20-yard.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
New England ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
Who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Newton to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
New England.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 17-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle.
Darnold.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone. And that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20.
Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day. And he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Taken down.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. And would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
4-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First down, New England.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. First and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5 and makes it across. The 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. John Simon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So out now come the Jets. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the
one last throw down for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Tonight's
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.